We've all heard a story or two of trouble out on the water. You may have even helped a friend out along the way with a boost or even a short tow. But what if there was no one around to help? Well, there is a marine assistance network available in some regions called seto that can provide some peace of mind. We caught up with Michael McRobb and Darin Alderton in Toronto to find out more about the seto service. Seto, Toronto. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing towing out of Toronto for 10 years, and I've been with seto for 6.
Michael's boat wasn't the large tug we were expecting, but it turns out there's a good reason for that.
It is a little 20-foot bayliner. It's a perfect size for pulling in and out of the really tight marinas that Ontario has. National Yacht Club, which I tow into about a dozen times a year, has a 17-foot wide breakwater total. I used to have a 28-foot towboat. It was a little hard to turn around in there. The smaller the boat in the Toronto Harbour, the better.
For towboats, it's an important requirement to have a little bit of speed. Do they have to go 20 or 25 knots, 30 knots?
The difference between a towboat and a tugboat is our response time. A tugboat is stuck at 7 knots. A towboat should go at least 20 to 25 knots. Our goal is to be able to be at anywhere in our designated tow area within an hour. If it's rough weather, it's going to take me a little longer to get out there.
Pulling into a calm channel, we stopped to check out some of the modifications Michael performed on the bayliner to make it more suitable for seto duties.
I installed an 1.5 inches of extra support all the way around the stern so that the tow weight is distributed evenly to the whole boat. Then I had that tow post custom built to fit on the back of this boat.
We noticed there's a lot of gear on board as well to cover a range of situations.
I have submersible pumps on the boat. I have winches, come-alongs, heavy lift straps that could lift this boat right out of the water.
With years of experience and plenty of gear, seto agents will often try to solve your problem before tossing you the rope.
We will sometimes be able to talk somebody through on how to be able to fix their boat so they don't need to tow.
The cost of seto is reasonably inexpensive. I mean, a commander membership's about $105.
It's $100 for the year.
Right.
In Ontario.
And that covers you from when to when?
Covers May 1st to October 31st.
And what do you get with that membership?
You get 2 emergency tows and unlimited service calls. A service call is a prop on fouling, a battery boost, a fuel delivery, or a soft ungrounding. A soft ungrounding is you've hit a sandbar in Long Pond here. There's a couple of sandbars. You've hit the sandbar, you're stuck. I come up, it takes me less than 15, 20 minutes to pull you off. It's a soft ungrounding, that's free. Costs you nothing if you're a member. Probably a minimum of an hour, potentially an hour and a half if you're a non-member. It could cost upwards of $500 if you're a non-member just to get pulled off a sandbar.
There are 4 levels of membership available, with Commander being the starting point. The $200 Admiral package provides additional coverage on the West Coast and unlimited tows. The most expensive Explorer is still only $225 and provides coast-to-coast coverage even in areas not yet covered by seto vessels. If you want details on specific coverage areas, they can be found on their website at c-tow.ca. We should note that free emergency tows are not necessarily back to your marina. They are to the closest safe point of repair, which depends entirely on where you are when in need of assistance. Interestingly enough, the majority of calls are fuel or battery related and often can be solved without a tow. While there is no charge to bring you fuel, you do have to pay for any fuel supplied.
You can download the app for free whether you're a member or not.
Okay.
The app is available for everybody. It is hugely advantageous for us and very advantageous for boat owners. The app itself, when you open it up, it automatically comes up with the Latin long right at the very top. If you hit request assistance, you hit call seto and send and call, and it will automatically send your Latin long to our dispatch.
If you are a seto member, you can enter your contact info, boat make, color, marina details, etc., making it even easier to find you in the event of an emergency. But the app isn't just for emergencies. It can also connect you to any marine weather forecast in Canada, supply tide table information in coastal regions, and even provide some local buoy information.
It's a Google map. It's not a marine map that comes up, but it's preset to come up with anything to do with boats. All the Google search words come up, so you automatically get the little pin drop for all the marinas.
To find out exactly what happens when you use the app to request assistance, Steve was standing by around the corner with his seto app ready to go, just waiting for our call.
You hit a button, send and call, it went right through, and you got our GPS stuff?
Yeah, we got all your GPS coordinates. Came through a text.
No way.
I joined Darin from Seto Windsor on their latest vessel.
Well, this is the Cherokee X fireboat. It has twin fuel injection 4.3s with Alpha 1s. Great little boat. We have 2 on fleet right now and have purchased another 3. Seto Windsor now covers Western Basin, Lake Erie, Detroit River, Lake St. Clair, and now we opened up Seto Sarnia, which is now St. Clair River and Lake Huron. We have 8 to 10 boats in the area, so every 20 nautical miles you have a Seto vessel from Seto Windsor or Seto Lake St. Clair or Seto Sarnia.
Really cool. And of course, you can shut both doors and keep yourself warm if you get a long journey. Some of these tow calls are pretty long.
The longest tow I've ever done is about 24 hours, 2 captains on board and non-stop.
Tow charges start when the operator leaves their dock. They can run 25 knots on their way out to you, but towing occurs at about 5 knots. That means the average tow call would take at least 4 hours. At $250 per hour without Seto, you can see just how quickly the tow costs start to add up.
Seto is a lot like health insurance. You hope you never have to use it, but it's really good to know it's there if you do need it.
To see these guys in action, we come to realize how much effort it takes to perform these services. You may never need marine assistance, but if you do, it's nice to know such a dedicated team is already on call.